What's up, guys? So, 25 book pre-screen. Once again, to CGC. It'll be pre-screen 9.8 on these. I'm going to send this. This is going to be just the 25 going alone to them. This is what I'm sending. So, I'm going to send them 4 fear case number 1s. I wanted to send all 10, and eventually I think I'm going to send all 10 because I like this story that much. I mean, I've been watching reviews on this, and I don't really like the reviews. I don't think people are really getting this story. They want like clarification, and they don't like the artwork. I actually kind of agree with that. The artwork is not the best, but I'm used to 80s artwork, which is pretty shitty at times. I'm sending 4 fear cases. I'm going to have my own little review right after this. House of M. We're sending 4 of these. We're sending 4 Batman 612s, the cover A. We're sending 5 Batman 612s, cover B, sketch. We're going to send 3 of these babies right here, gorgeous. Deadpool 13, I think it was, right? Then the rest of them are 1 each. So this is the press that, thank you guys for writing in the message boards. Now I know what this is, and I'm probably going to hold it if it comes back as a 9.8. Cross fingers. Sending this baby in. Ventriloquist and Scarface. This is the one that I'm not too sure if it's going to get a 9.8. This one, I want this for myself, for my collection, in a 9.8. If I get this in a 9.8, it'll be awesome to get this in a 9.8. One day I'm going to show the contents of this. I'll take one. I have multiple copies of this, but this one looks better than mine, I think. And I can't find mine right now. And we're going to send, this is the unlock variant from Thoroughs also. That's from Thorough, that's from Thorough, that's from Thorough, and that's from Thorough. Alright, and then this one is from the Keeper Project, and that's the foil. My favorite cover, limited to 300 only. The most limited book for the number 1. That one and the Splash variant. Remember that. That one and the Splash. The most limited number 1 in that series. Those are the 25 going in. These 25 books going to my comic shop to pay for stuff like this. Okay. I'll show some of those books then soon. Let's do a nice little review on Fear Case though. Alright, here's just a quick review on this. Okay, just based on what I'm hearing. First criticism that I hear about this is the artwork. I have to agree with that. The artwork is not spectacular. As a matter of fact, it's pretty unrefined. In a lot of times, right, this feels like it's sketchy, and almost like they didn't even like clean it up, right? Sometimes you can't tell which character's which, but I can go around that because the story for me is so freaking great. Okay, so another thing I hear is that, there's not an introduction, a good introduction to the characters. Well, this is where people don't get it. This is a 4-issue miniseries. You're not going to get a full introduction to the characters if you want to tell a good story, because this is not a 52-page book. So you're going to get a very brief introduction to the characters. And the last reason is because the characters are not even the story about this. The story is the case, not the characters. Yes, you're going to your plot is going to involve your characters and stuff, and that's how you're going to move it along. But you know, to have a full introduction, I think for a fact this is going to be a movie. Now, once you have a movie, now you can make an introduction to these characters, full introduction, and hopefully they get good people to do this, you know. But you get a brief introduction to them, and pretty much I'm just going to go through this real quick. So what you could see is that one detective seems like he is an old timer. The other one seems like he's like a newbie. They're giving this case because they only give this case to new guys. So they give it to the newbie, and you can only put one person. I mean, the team that they assign this case to, that can only be assigned to it for 1 year. Anything after a year, they're saying something bad happens, so they don't want to take any chances, so they only put their detectives in for 1 year on this case. But they want to know what this case is, because they don't know if it's like a dirty bomb or if it's something dealing with like even Hitler, because it's been traced all the way back to World War II. They're saying that there's myths on it that it's much older than that, and then they show this, which means that this could go all the way back to the Mayans or maybe even the Egyptian times, you know. But so right off the bat, they're saying this box can go, I mean, they can do innumerable stories on this. They can go to World War II. They can go to assassinations, that, you know, presidential assassinations. That might be Martin Luther King's assassination right there. They can go to different. This is Ecuadorian drug cartel. Any parts of the world, they can go with this. And so that's one of the aspects that I just love about it. It's like one movie is about one story. The next movie could be in a different timeline. It doesn't have to follow the last movie. It could be any time. They also talk about a book here while they're on their case that talks about time travel, and I think that's going to be part of the story later on as well. But pretty much what this is about is they are walking the beat in the lead that they have, and they see blood, right, in the sidewalk. So they follow the blood to a house. They make their way inside the house, and they find organs and a countertop. They go to investigate, and then things get really bad, really gory, and they see this lady with a knife. It's like, what the hell is she doing? It's almost like she's in a trance. They talk to her. They're able to, to settle her down and get her back to reality. And then they ask her, well, what happened? And then she's remembering, and she goes, oh, I remember. And it was her ex that came over to her. Her ex says to her, you deserve what's coming to you, right? It's like, you have 3 days to give it to someone that you hate. And then if you don't leave, whatever she's threatening them, if you don't give it away, it'll end up going to the one that you love the most. And whatever you do, don't open it. So she's like, what the heck? What's going on? You know, what do you do for something like that? So she goes ahead and touches it. She doesn't open it, though. She touches it. And the case, it's almost like it like talks to her. But this is all in her mind, right? So it's giving her instructions, and this is what the case is saying to her. Give it to the person that you hate the most. Otherwise, the person you love the most will take possession. If you open it, you die. You have 3 days. Okay, so now she gets all freaked out. The box dropping some serious ashes, probably of people that have held that box, in the past. Who knows how many ashes or how many people's ashes that's from, right? So she gets all freaked out and she puts the box away. She's like, but work was busy, life was hectic, I just hadn't gotten around to it. So she forgot about it. So she's having dinner at home with her husband, her daughter. They're having arguments. She's saying he smells of somebody, whatever. The guy's cheating on her. So then that night she goes to sleep, and she's having like these thoughts about doing this to her husband, and that's what she's thinking about doing to her husband, and that freaks her out. And she's like, wait a second, I got to give it to somebody, or it's going to go to the person that I love the most, probably her daughter. So she makes a decision to give it to her husband. So husband goes, the heck is this? What is this? It's like, I know why you come home late. I'm not an idiot. What's in here? Oh yeah. She's like, look, I'm sorry, I should have come to you sooner. Let's make this amicable for our daughter. Like, you know what? Let's split up, all right? We'll do it amicable. We don't have to. What's in here? You recording this or something? He goes to open it. She goes, should we see what's inside? So he goes to open it, and then all of a sudden she said, everything went blank. Last thing, then that's where they wake up there, right? He opens the box. So then they're like, okay, so where's your husband? And they find the husband. This is crazy. Boom, that's the guy. And then again, that's the artwork. Does that guy look the same as the husband? Well, that looks like the detective, no? Look at that. Does it look like him? I don't know. But it's gory. And if this was a much better artist though, that'd be a lot more gore. But that's actually pretty decent. That's not bad. I gotta say, that's not bad at all. So then the detectives go out and they're like, holy crap, man, what the hell did we just get into, whatever. But they still want to solve the case. So then they say, all right, well, we know that the guy didn't get to give it to anybody. So now that case is going to travel to whoever it is that he loves the most. So who does he love the most? And she says, find his goddamn mistress. So that's where the cliffhanger goes. So it's a great story, guys. This has a lot of potential in my book. Look, no story, especially in comics, is gonna, make 100% like sense. You're gonna find holes if you're looking for holes. Those holes could be ironed out in a movie, though. We're getting a rough draft right here, and I'm really loving it. So all right. If you guys are thinking about getting this, you can still get it at cover price. Get it at cover price, guys. Put it away. Don't do what I do. I'm getting 10 and I'm putting 10, but I'm a gambler. All right. And I'm getting them graded because I don't want them. That's a black cover, and I don't want that black cover being pushed against in a short box or a long box. But put them away, though. Put them away safely. Forget about it. See what happens. Might be a very long wait, but I have a feeling this is going to be a movie, a good one too. I hope so. Let's see what we're sending to my comic shop. Alright, so I like showing this part because I want to show you guys how you pay for that part. You pay for that part with this part. And all of these slabs are going to get paid with this stuff also. You know, these slabs don't just show up here for free. So, for the most part, obviously you want to fund the hobby with the hobby. You know, you are going to have losses, and I'm going to take some losses on some of these books. I think 99% of people take losses. There's some people that probably don't take much losses, like say Barry Gary probably doesn't take too many losses because he's buying like collections that he goes out to actually see the books. So he won't buy the collection unless he doesn't think that he can make money, obviously. But a lot of times when you see his videos, I think he's getting these for like super cheap for the most part, you know. And that's one thing that I want to preach to you guys is teach your loved ones about your books, because you don't want Amazing Spider-Man 300 to be sold for $10, as you know, as a whole in part of a collection that they're selling. You know, you don't want that. You know, you could have sold that yourself before you died. You know, instead now you're rolling in your grave because your grandson is selling stuff that you thought was super valuable for $30. You know, you don't want to be rolling in your grave. You want to be you know, drinking a nice little coffee with an angel out there in heaven. Hopefully we'll all get there, right? All right. Holy coffee. All right, so here's what we're sending in. It's mostly Grail book projects. These are not big. I only have one book that I consider caviar here. Nah, you know what? That's not true. I have a couple. But these are mostly Grail. Grail project books is Thor number 9. I'm sending 2 of these Suyans. These are going to my comic shop. This one not gonna fetch that much. This is the Greg Horn Thor number 6 with the blue marvel, with the blue marvel, with the Black Winter. We have, oh yeah, this one. This one's probably, I'll be lucky if this isn't a loss. This is a retail incentive for number 7. One of the lowest printed comics for that run, though, but I don't know. We'll see how that does. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 111, 9.8. So that's the incentives. Of course, this is the Snake Eyes Dead Game number 2. This is the Sketch Limited Sketch. Something's Killing the Children. This is my second one that I'm selling. Also a 9.6 as well. I have not sold any of my 9.8s, and I'm going to keep them. And the only reason that I'm selling this 9.6 is because I need the revenue. It's the only reason. I don't even think that this is the time to sell them. But you have to pick some stuff to sell. So this one, this one's going to be a home run without a doubt. It's going to be a home run. Department of Truth, especially now with the news. Sending 2 of these, the Frizen cover Bs. That one's also going to be a home run. Oh no, it's one of those, the Frizen, and then it's 2 of these of cover A's, which will be better than the Frizens. They're going for more money than the Frizens. Civil War number 2. I've held this for more than a decade, and I am gonna let it go now. Yeah, this one was a hard one. This one was one that I considered keeping. This came from Mr. Thorough. Well, yeah, this one's gonna be going. I need the revenue to pay for this stuff. The only one that I will keep is that X-Men New Titans. If it comes back at a 9.8, it's going in the PC. Batman 100. That one might be a loss. And then this is the caviar. This is the bread and butter right here. Blue Marvel 9.2. That'll be my third Blue Marvel that I move out of the 31 that I sent in. And that one, the 9.2, is the one that I said might have some stress lines, and I wasn't thinking that was going to be a 9.8. So okay, so last thing, guys. So Mr. Gabe Fonseca said that the Skybound YouTube auction that they had, and that was the small video that I put out on Saturday. I put it out really late, though. Again, I apologize for that. It looks like only 2 guys joined me on that. I think the Drifting Gamer might have known about it before I put it out, but I know Bruce Manley did not, and I'm so glad that at least I reached him. So he was able to pick up an Invincible red foil and a Radiant Black #1. Invincible's limited to 200 copies, Radiant Black to 240 copies. They also had a Walking Dead #7 Finch sketch that was limited to 200 as well. I picked one of those up. But it looks like that's a home run. Fonseca said $279 on the Invincible red foil right now on eBay. I went to check it out on eBay, and they're asking now over $300 for the red foil Invincible. Invincible has a huge following. Huge. It's a cult following is what I call it, okay? It's a particular group of guys that like that. And it's got one of the bigger cult followings, I think, you know, more than the Sentry, and possibly more than the Blue Marvel and stuff. Well, no, has to be more than the Blue Marvel. But that Invincible, man, they go crazy after Invincible. I haven't read the book myself. Maybe I gotta give it. I'm definitely gonna watch the series without a doubt. I'm watching that series. Trailer looks awesome. But I went after the red foils because I know of the following of the book. I don't intend at this moment to keep all 5 of them. I'm probably going to be moving at least 4, 3 of them right off the bat. Might keep 2 and then move 1 later. I'm not sure. Bottom line is, Bruce, Drifting Gamer, I know you guys got your plans. My suggestion is, if you like the characters, keep them. If you're just looking for a quick flip, you got it. You got it there, man. So I'm glad that you guys came in with that. And hey, you got to put up money to make money, right? So you guys did it. Congratulations. All right, later, guys.